What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel, want to hit the subscribe button. That would help me out immensely. Before we begin today's install, my buddy Albert just came over. We talked about paint protecting filming the whole front end minus the guards. So really just the hood and bumper, and my buddy Albert gave me a killer deal. So we will be setting that up within the next month and a half to 2 months. I did want to do the guards, but I'll talk about him probably just doing it halfway. I did spend a lot of money on the kit and on the full respray on the car, so I'd rather preserve the paint to the best of my abilities, and I do plan on drifting the Skyline too, so I'd rather not have any rock chips, damage, or dent any of the front end. So for today's install, we'll be installing a catch can for the R32 Skyline, of course. A huge shout out to AT Performance for getting this made and shipped out to me. Came all the way down or from Australia, of great quality, CNC for quality and precision. This is a, I would say, direct bolt-on application. Some more information about the oil catch can. It has a 2.3 liter capacity, so this will hold a lot of oil. This will help eliminate blow-by extensively. It is internally baffled and it is E85 friendly, but I don't plan on running E85 on the RB20. But this thing is super light, again, made of excellent quality. We already got some male fitting AM fittings in. Got your drain plug on the bottom, the bracket I will show you later how to install, and then all of our necessary hardware. So again, a huge shout out to AT Performance for getting this done for me. This ran me 420 Australian dollars, but I think converted it was like 379 or like 380. Definitely worth the money. And then we have our various AN fittings. Shout out to Aeroflow for these drop-in AN10 fittings. Also came from Australia. I ordered my Vibrant Performance straight fittings and 90-degree fittings from Summit Racing, as well as 10 feet of AN10 line. So again, this should hopefully be a pretty easy, self-explanatory install. Everything is made of great quality, and this will definitely help us out again by reducing engine blow-by. The AT Performance oil catch can I have fits all models of the R32. So if you're running an RB20, 25, and or 26, it'll work perfectly. It'll mount right here, maintaining the stock holes that come with the chassis. And we'll be using, again, our hardware that is supplied. In this case, we'll be installing it on my beautiful, healthy RB20. Some things that we will be doing on the RB20: deleting all the hoses, removing the push-in fittings here. Need to run to the hardware store to pick up a bolt that doesn't have an open end on the backside, so we can seal that up with some Teflon and or thread sealant so we can eliminate a vacuum leak. And also we need to plug up this line here to the air filter inlet system, so again we don't have any vacuum leaks. We'll just put all of our fittings on, measure our 10 AN lines, cut the spec, start on the soon-to-be oil catch can, and this install will be done. Real quick, I'll show you how to install your AN hose to your AN fitting. So here we have our AN fitting. Generally it'll, of course, screw in and outward. Go ahead and screw it outward to get something like this. You'll grab the female side with your hose side, slide it in like so. Make sure it's nice and compressed. You'll grab the side here, slide it in so the male side connects to the hose, and you will screw it in, thus making everything taper and expand, ensuring a tight fit. But generally that's how it should be installed. So I, so far, got the OEM hoses out. I did manage to get one of the OEM fittings out. It is just a push type. It does require a lot of force, especially if this is your first time and it has been sitting in there for like 30 minutes. First I used like a big channel lock, and then I used small channel locks once this was loose. Just kind of gripped it with force, twisting it back and forth, and then with my other hand just pulled it up and it came right out. I did put one of the Aeroflow fittings in the rocker cover. What I did was lubricated the bottom where it sits in the rocker cover on the bottom end so it would slide in better. I did grab a sledgehammer and a thick towel and just lightly tapped until the fitting sat flush with the rocker cover. Next, I just have to install my 90 degrees fitting like so. Not get it too tight because I have to route my lines. So what I'm thinking is just running underneath the intercooler piping so it's kind of tucked and it looks clean. And then I'll just shoot and meet up with the oil catch can. Just got the second AN fitting tapped into the rocker cover, as well as just installed hand tight to the 90 degrees. Also just put in the ATP oil catch can. I forgot to mention this specific catch can only works if your R32 does not have ABS. If it does have ABS, you'll have to either remove it or use some universal oil catch can. But what I did was just use the bracket supplied to where your ABS module would sit. There is a mounting bolt in the back here. Unfortunately, I did not use that because I'd have to take out this whole guard to access it, I would say smoothly. So I didn't use that. It's already sitting pretty sturdy right now. So all that is left to do is to cap off the inlet pipe here to the filter or the pipe, and then also cap off this is the intake manifold. Measure and cut my AN lines, start her up, make sure there's no vacuum leaks, and we can call it a job well done. Just got back from Harbor Freight, bought some 28-inch cable cutters for the inline, had to restock on gloves. Dudes, this shit was $17.98. Supply and demand and shortage of raw material due to the pandemic though. Went to O'Reilly's, shout out to Chris, picked up some bypass caps, so hopefully at least 2 of these work. Capped off the intake manifold bolt here, as well as the pipe here to the air filter inlet. These are 1/2 inch ID, to those of you who are wondering and don't need to buy the full box. They're capped. Now I'm gonna go ahead and measure out my AN lines, cut them, put them on, and just got done piecing together the last AN line. This was oddly satisfying, found it significantly easier to piece everything together uninstalled from the catch can. Just used a vise and a crescent wrench, or I believe these are 22 to help you future reference. So I already got the first one in, now just gotta put the second one on and the install will be done. All right, install complete. Got all the fittings torqued down, all the fittings to the oil catch can torqued down. It's probably the best I can route it right now without too much tension on the fittings here. Of course, if I ever go RB25 and I just run RB26 rocker covers, I'll have the fittings in the rear, so it'll look a lot cleaner. And then in time too, if I go with the front facing plenum on the RB20, it'll look very nice. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the car, let it run for a good 10 minutes, making sure I don't have any vacuum leaks from any of these plugs here, and just making sure overall the Skyline is running the best it possibly can be. All right, so just got done letting the car idle for a good 10 minutes, hitting the throttle every now and then. No weird noises, everything checks out. I know the RBs are heavy breathers and they are a sealed crankcase, but this internal baffling seems to be doing its job. I won't know 100% until I drive the car, but as you know, in the last video, I did install new rear lower control arms and my alignment is all out of whack, so I'm trying to limit how much I drive. But again, Skyline is running good. The RB is not making any weird noises. I did notice my RPMs dropped about 200, but it didn't die after I played with the throttle cable a little bit. It just went right back to around 700, which seems pretty normal. Usually my idle is about 850 once it's warmed up, but I'm gonna look into that. But again, ATP oil catch can for the R32 Skyline works with the RB20, 25, and RB26. And again, you can only run this if you are not running an ABS system. All right, well that's going to conclude this video. If you have any questions regarding the ATP oil catch can for the R32, please let me know. I'm gonna keep an eye out on the idling issue and look more in depth on that. But from what I've read so far, it shouldn't be anything concerning. Also, we got some word from John about the D-Max wings. We should have the roof wing and the trunk wing hopefully back within the next couple of days. That will finish up the exterior completely. In terms of bolt-on power mods to get ready for the turbo, we will be installing the Tomei high flow universal fuel pump next, wiring that in as well as the ground kit. That shouldn't be too complex, but I might have my buddy Nate help me with all that wiring since he knows his chassis like the back of his hand. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and if you're new to the channel, want to subscribe button too, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll catch you next video. Take care.